Okay.
Okay.
Here we
You're
go.
gonna sit
Yeah.
down? Okay, so let's go.
Pleased to meet you again, Mark Kelly. You've been with Marillion forever, just about.
Just about, yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
So, I know you have just recorded your last CD with the orchestra. Can you tell me more about it?
Sure. We back in 2017, we had the chance to play the Royal Albert Hall in London for the first time.
Then you made already another CD.
And we decided, because it's a nice classical type venue, we thought it'd be nice to get some extra orchestral players to play with us, and these 6 people, 4-string players and a flautist, French horn player, and it went really well, and everybody really enjoyed it, and we said, oh, it would be nice to do something like that again. It's a shame we only did a few shows. We did one in Paris, and it was literally 3 or 4 shows with these extra players. So we thought it'd be really good to take that out and do a proper tour, and then we said, it would be nice to have something to go with the tour, so a recording, like of the sort of thing that we planned to do. So that was how the idea came about, and so really the orchestral album, the Friends of the Orchestra album, was designed as something to go with the tour. This is something for people who liked what they heard. They could have a CD to play. So then we asked Mike Hunter, who's our producer. He works with us regularly, and we said, Mike, do you fancy trying to have a go at some orchestral arrangements of some of our songs? And he came out with some really nice arrangements, so we recorded the album, and here we are.
And it's going great.
It is. It's been.
I heard it's going really well. I saw the part of the video and I said, wow.
Well,
And also the first one, actually, it's the first one I saw.
Yeah, that's right, because we haven't.
The other one.
Yeah.
The other one's still on the CD.
Yeah, so we've been playing some very nice venues. We went back to the Royal Albert Hall and did 2 nights, sold out, and everywhere we've been going, it's been more, theatre, classical sort of concert halls rather than rock places.
Yes.
And it's interesting because these places are much more expensive to book. The venues are more expensive, so we thought, okay, we have to charge more for tickets, and you wonder if it's going to be too expensive. But we're selling more tickets, like for example here, it's 2,500 people. We never played to 2,500 people in Italy, not for many years. Okay, so it's interesting.
Now I'll tell you where I came to see you. I wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2004. It was the 11th of the 4th.
Okay.
2004, and it was in Reggio Emilia, Al Rock Villa Castelrano.
Okay.
And there was 150 people. More
Small club,
but
yeah.
you guys gave the most anyway, and that's what counts, because a fan will always remember that.
I remember Reggio Emilia playing. I don't remember the night, but I remember we went there, and it was on the Marbles tour, right? In 2004,
Yeah, exactly, Marble.
Yeah,
That's
so,
it.
yeah, we did a lot of shows there. But it was also, like I said, small places. Whenever we came to Italy, we always
I
played.
was amazed to see, I mean, what comes, of course, if you can get a better crowd, then you guys are really going strong with this latest CD, and that's good for you. And then I noticed that you are all of you are very close to your fans. You appreciate the people who buy your music, and it's hats off to you all.
I think it's the internet over the last 20 years has been really a good thing for us. I mean, I know it damaged the music industry, yeah, exactly, and it's taken a while for the recovery to happen. For a lot of artists, a lot of bands, it meant the end for them, because the sales of CDs went down, and we were in that same struggle in sort of 97, 98. Things were not looking so good for us, and then of course the whole internet came along. It was a problem for a lot of people, but actually it saved us.
It helps you.
Yeah, it helped us.
Because it's publicity, free publicity in a way.
But we came up with this crowdfunding idea, and then from that we have a closer relationship with the fans, because we want to, we reach out to the fans and say, okay, we're going to do a pre-order for the album.
Yes, you did that before
anybody else.
And that was amazing that so many fans accepted the pre-order way ahead.
Exactly, that was the thing that really surprised us, and of course we were very grateful that so many people were, yeah, we'll do that, yeah, we'll support you, you know, and it's been an interesting journey, and you know, the last few years, the size of the venues that we play has gone up. You know, but you know, it's been nice to you know, the usual path that happens is, you know, we had a big hit in the 1980s,
Yeah.
and then you gradually go down until you can't do it anymore. With us, it was like a big hit in the 80s, and we went down,
And then
come back up again. So but we haven't had another big hit. We've just kept doing what we're doing.
Exactly, your music.
And we keep, you know, hopefully, you know, the last two albums, Sounds That Can't Be Made and Fear, were really well received. I think they're, you know, certainly amongst the best material that we've done, and people appreciate it, so it's good.
And I noticed that, if I say something wrong, please correct me. If the music of Marillion in the last 20 years is very based on you, right? A lot of keyboards, a lot of effects, and then there's also Steve that also plays a bit of keyboards. Adds on to the atmosphere of Marillion.
I wouldn't say it's based on me, but I think maybe in the last few albums, the last one or two albums, I've probably had more musical input into those than some of the earlier stuff.
I did catch on that.
But it's, you know, it's nothing that we consciously decide.
It just comes naturally.
It's just whatever music, because of the way we write the songs, you know, we jam, and then we get a lot of ideas, and then we pick the ones that are most interesting for us to work on, and it just so happened that quite a few of those ideas were things that were more keyboard based, you know. But that doesn't mean that the next album might be more guitar based. You know.
It could be, but now I really noticed that there's a lot of keyboards in a lot of the songs, and it gives a good effect. And then also Steve gives a little bit of his keyboard playing. He also plays a bit of guitar, sing. So you're very united, very close, I think, because besides when Fish left, let's say when Marillion got on the road officially with the first album, I mean, you just about remain all the same. So that's not easy, for all these years being all together and making always new music.
It's been a long time, nearly 40 years. So I don't know what happened.
You're still young.
Yeah.
Okay, now this album's just come out, and are you preparing any new songs, new album that's completely new?
Yeah, we've decided we have to go back in the studio finally and make another album. So next year, we'll finish this in a few days' time, and then we'll break for Christmas. And then from January, we're going to be concentrating on just making a new record, writing, recording. We've got one thing we're doing next year that isn't that, which is we have this every couple of years we do the Cruise to the Edge, which is like a progressive rock cruise in the Caribbean.
Yes, I heard about it. I would love to do that myself, be on there.
We've done it a few times, and they asked if we wanted to, and we said it'd be nice to do that. So we're doing that, but we're not doing any other live shows. So the rest of the year is going to be dedicated to the next Marillion studio album. And then hopefully by beginning of 2021 we'll have a brand new album and a new tour, and
start all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a tape, it keeps on going.
Yeah, and I'll be nearly 60 then, so hey.
Oh, yesterday I was 62. 62, shit, I was gonna say 66 yesterday.
Yesterday? Well, congratulations.
Thank you. So, I know you're much younger than me. Then you were born, let me see that.
61.
61, and Dublin.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to leave Dublin and come to England?
No,
when you were young.
Yeah, I was 7 or 8 years old. My mother decided to move to England. She's English, my dad's Irish.
Okay.
But they had 7 children, 7 boys. And my mum said, I'm going back to England. You can come with me if you want. So that was it. We all moved back to England.
Well, it's a good thing because, you met other musicians and you made a group, and that's what you do. And I saw an interview that you were a bit complex that you wanted to do a real job. That was so funny for me. I said, "Chips, you got such a great job and you're doing well."
And I was in a confused time in my life, I think, and I was like, I think I was in my 30s, you know, and I was like, I can't do this for the rest of my life because it's not real, you know, and it's just, you know, it just felt, you know, I realise now that I don't know, I think I had not a midlife crisis, but almost like, maybe I should be doing something else, you know, but now I'm like thinking, Jesus, what was I thinking? This is the best, you know, job that I could ever have, really. You know? And it is a job, but it's also something I love doing.
Exactly.
It doesn't feel like a job. That's the thing. But they do say, find something that you love to do, and then it won't be work. You know?
Exactly. I mean, so you've been doing it for quite a long time. Yeah. You only do. You did some side stuff also, right?
No, not much.
Travis with Travis.
That was probably
many years ago.
No, it's more than 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I think you're too occupied with Marillion.
I am
recording.
Yeah, I am working on a solo project. Finally, I've actually made some progress with that, and that's going well. But it is, you know, the Marillion thing does take up a lot of time. And I've got family as well, so I've got, you know, young children, and so it's not. It's not like I've got nothing to do when, you know, because Marillion's working a lot, so you know, it's good. I'm not complaining. So.
To be bad. Also for the fans, what is complaining?
Yeah.
The main difference when Fish left and Steve came in, what's the main difference? But they got a different kind of voice, and then the music changed a bit. What was the main difference that you found in the whole group? What changed in the group?
I think in the early days, when Steve joined, we were trying to find how we were going to work together with Steve, because the four of us had been working together for a number of years, and we were used to working in our way, and he came in and wanted to do it his way, you know. And so for the first two albums, really, there was a bit of friction and, and trying to decide what direction we should take musically. But I think, so that was like Season's End. We'd written all the music pretty much, and then Steve came and he added the lyrics and he's singing. So there was no real conflict there. We were all very excited to be working together for the first time, and it was all going great, you know. But then when we got to Holidays in Eden, we had to start a new album. We had nothing. And then it was a struggle because he wanted to work quickly and we wanted to work slowly, and we was like, no, you take your time, yeah. And he's like, well, I want to write a song a day, you know. It was like, you know, so
there'll be quite a few in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
In all these years,
and we were saying things like, Steve, why don't you go home for a few weeks and then we'll just work on, yeah, exactly.
When we're ready, we'll call you back in.
Exactly. It was all that sort of thing, and he was getting frustrated that we were so slow. And we were, you know, going, you have to take your time over this sort of thing. Anyway, and then we got to Brave, and then Brave was a sort of concept album that we did together. And then we worked, you know, we worked out how we were going to work together, and we were all on the same page, you know.
On the same page of music.
We all thought we were making a really good album. We spent a long time over it, and it was our masterpiece. And we delivered it to the record company, and they were like,
"What's this?
What's this? Yeah, where's the singles? Where's the hits?" And we're like, "Oh, come on, it's a work of art. You know, you don't need hits." Anyway, I think it did two things. It made the fans that liked our music love us even more and stay with us and have real faith that we were going to be doing new and interesting music. And it made the record company think that they maybe should let us go and do our own, you know.
Did they change? Did you change?
Yeah, we did one more. We did one more album, and then that was it. They said, okay, it's enough now, and we weren't selling enough records anymore, you know.
But I know the record companies are like that, and they're trying always to push. But sometimes you have to give space. I mean, you've done a lot. You have to give space to the musicians to express themselves.
They want
hits.
Exactly. They didn't know what to do with us, really, I think. So, and we were only selling, say, only 300,000 units or something like that. Of course, nowadays that would be considered really good. You know? They'd be like, yeah. But then, you know, they wanted like at least 500,000 sales, and you know, so it was like, okay, time to leave, and that was fine. We were happy with that, and And then we had a few difficult years where we were assigned to an independent label.
Yes, I
We had to make an album every year just to keep the money coming in, and it was difficult.
That was
and the sales went down even lower. You know?
Yeah, because you can't express yourself that well as you can be more relaxed and
Yeah, but
comfortable.
But once we got the crowdfunding idea, then we had more time again, and that's when we did that Marbles album. And then we took a little bit of extra time, and we had a really nice tour. And so,
Yeah, Marble was a good album.
I think so.
It's very good. Actually, Steve, in 2004, he actually gave me a copy
Okay.
at the concert. I said, oh. I mean, that is the thing that remains in me, because not only I'm here for this, but I'm also a fan. So,
Okay.
it's not only business, let's say. So it's like you do it for love, for your pleasure, for your fans, you do it for a lot of reasons. So for me, it was it really touched me.
That's nice.
You must let me know how long you want it to last, because
I think Rich will probably come and tell me. I mean, probably we've got time. We can carry on. Don't worry.
Okay,
Another
you
15
take it.
minutes. We've got sound check, but we're not ready yet.
now, see, I know that you didn't do a lot of singles with Steve. One of your best albums is Brave. What did I understand? You consider it one of the best albums that's come out
I
that
think
you've released.
I think it was an important album for us because of what it represented in our musical journey.
It gave you a way
Yeah.
to spread, right?
Exactly. We felt like we could do whatever we wanted. We weren't feeling like we had to conform
Changed
to-
with a chain and ball on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
legs,
or there's
kind of
like got to write a hit single and whatever. We just did exactly what we wanted, and it was, it was quite adventurous, really, in terms of what we were trying to do musically. But funnily enough, the following album, Afraid of Sunlight, was made much quicker, and it felt like it was a rush at the time. But I think it's a really nice collection of songs, in my opinion. If I had to pick an album or two from our career,
Yeah.
I think Afraid of Sunlight would be one of the
Right.
one of the best, I think. And then so but we've been on this musical journey, and sometimes we make
Up and down, you can't
Yeah.
have a say track always the same.
exactly. So we tried something different with Somewhere Else, and it wasn't very well received by some people. But then with Sounds That Can't Be Made, it was much better received. And then Fear, the last
Fear.
one.
How did you keep that name? I know what fear means,
Yeah.
F-E-A-R.
That was just a lyric that Steve had. This "fuck everyone and run" lyric.
Yeah, exactly.
And we just thought, okay, it really suited the what was in the album. The songs like The New Kings and Gaza and The Levers was. Actually, The Levers was nothing to do with politics, even though that whole, all that Remainer Leaver thing with the Brexit and all that happened after we wrote that song. So,
But it came out
at the same year, yeah, exactly. We wrote it in 2015, and Brexit was in 16. A few months after we released it, or around about the time we released it. So that was just coincidence. But I think that album was really well received by fans. So.
In fact, I have both of those.
Good.
Then, if you don't mind, if you can autograph them. for
Sure.
me.
Yeah, of course.
Because I know what I had then, mainly this was fashion, and all of you were so very comfortable. So I felt like at home, and that's, to give that to a fan, because then I wasn't doing this, but I came as a fan, and you sent me, Steve brought me backstage in the dressing room, and I said,
You must have got us on a good day.
there you go. Ooh, I must write it down. No, but it shows your sensibility in the work that you've done up to now.
We realise how lucky we are in this position, and we try to be nice to people. It's not always possible, to give people time, but if people want us to.
Yeah, there's another question I had in mind with fans. When you do the concerts in you very Netherlands are very close to you guys. You do a lot there, and you do these 3 days.
Yeah, the weekends.
The weekends.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that, because I wish I could go to one like that. It would be
It's been
amazing.
It's taken on a life of its own. I mean, we started in 2002. We did the first one in the UK, and then we did one the following year, and then we decided we'd do it every 2 years. And since then, so 2000, every 2, 5, 7, 9, and so on up until the last one we did was this year. But we started off in the UK. The first 3 were in the UK, and then we said, okay, well maybe we'll try a few other places, and we found this Center Parcs place in the Netherlands. And what's great about that is that it's a holiday destination, really. But they have these little cottages, and it's like a little village,
I was
really.
going to see it.
And so, but there's no hall there. There's no venue.
Yeah, you're
so
in the open area, right?
no, we get a tent, a big tent made, because we do it in March. And
It's a bit chilly up there.
yeah. So we had this huge tent, and 3,000 people or so come, and they spend the weekend, and it's everybody together, and so. Yeah, but what we didn't realise, of course, was all these people are meeting each other from all over the world. People are coming, and then every 2 years they come back and they meet old friends. Yeah, and it's like, and it sells out really quickly, because I think people just want to be part of that atmosphere, and it's not just about us playing, because we play on Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, and we do 3 completely different sets. We don't repeat anything. So
I think it's right, because if a person stays there 3 days and don't
yeah,
the same,
it's a lot of it's a lot of music to remember. Though. About 7 hours worth of music.
Yeah, but you just about try to do everything, so it's easier for you.
So then after we did that, with all the preparation that we have to do to practice all the songs and get it all ready, I thought, well, why just do one? We might as well do more than one. So we've ended up this time, we did 5. We did one in Montreal, one in Portugal, one in Poland, one in the UK, and one in the Netherlands. A weekend in different places. And then so we'll do it again in 2001.
2001.
Sorry, 2021.
21. Yeah.
I think we're probably going to do 7. So in
I
different
must
places.
keep in contact, and I would really love to come for a weekend. Because it becomes like a family get together, a bit 1,000 people, but it's it has that atmosphere that
and it's so nice. A lot of people, make friends and meet old friends, and it's really nice. And we do these things like there was one year we said, oh, let's do this thing. We have a little competition, people like a raffle, and if you win, a member of the band will come to your house, your cottage, and have coffee with you. So we were like popping into people's houses, knocking on the door.
I'm so sorry. Who are you?
And it's like, they invite their friends around, and we have a coffee, and and it's
you see, you thought it the right way, because it's many years you're doing this, and then you also got on the right foot with the internet and all this. That's very important, because otherwise, like you say, you go down.
It gets more difficult with things like Facebook. I mean, I don't like Facebook, but we have like over 200,000 fans on Facebook, followers. And in the old days, in the early days of Facebook, you could just send a message and everybody would get it. Mm-hmm. And nowadays, you send a message and maybe 10,000 people will get it. If you want to get it to more people, you have to pay them. If you want to reach everybody, it's a lot of money. Yeah, so that's how it works. Yeah.
So, to reach other people.
Why do you think they're like one of the richest companies in the world?
Yeah, I was wondering.
So if you want your message to get out to everybody, it's not like when you post a message to
it's not me, because I'm just friends.
But you're only allowed, as an individual, 5,000 is the maximum number of friends. So, but as a band, a band page as we've got, you can have as many as you want, but you can't reach them all without paying. So that's it's
I learned a new thing.
But the internet on the whole it's great for us to keep in touch. And
some people, internet ruined it. Yes, it did, but then you have to get in that idea that.
And there's the whole thing about. I mean, it's fairly decided now that the way things are going is towards the whole streaming of music, like with Spotify and Apple Music. And everybody knows that artists don't get paid hardly any. We earn not very much money from Spotify, even though we get probably 1 million plays a month on Spotify. So
Then you get something also from there, right?
but it's not much. But what's good, what's good about it is if you look on the Marillion page on Spotify, it show if we're playing near you, it'll tell you. So people go, Marillion are playing.
And that's why the internet, you have to use it in the correct way, and it will help you in the end.
That
It takes time. But
So I think that may be contributing towards the fact we've sold so many tickets here and around this tour we've sold a lot of tickets, more than previously. I'm sure the fact that we've made a few good albums recently, the orchestra thing is interesting for people, but I think the internet and, you know, it all helps, you know.
It all helps.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes, you know, they say no cell phones. You know.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys let them.
We try and discourage people, not because we care if they film us. What we don't like is if you're standing
they're too
behind
much.
somebody and they've got
Oh,
a
well,
phone
yeah,
and
in
the
front of
screen,
you.
and, yeah, it's really annoying.
That's
Yeah.
that's a bit, you know, that's the person. The few people that do that,
But
it's a
yeah,
bit
if
exaggerated.
they-
Just do a quick one.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you
But
really
some
want.
people are like this for
And stay
10,
for
15
there
minutes, yeah.
half an hour.
Yeah, it's-
I've seen people for half an hour, like I said.
Yeah.
It does
And just
do-
enjoy it.
You know, I do photos. I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
We have those 3 songs. Then, if the band let us, but away, you know, without disturbing and
Yeah, because otherwise they would block in the
I
view.
mean, you
and-
paid a ticket. You should get your price, your value
Yeah,
back. Eh?
yeah.
So you have to.
So that's the only reason we discourage people from filming the shows. I mean,
Because that's also a way to
yeah, and
widen
Of course,
the
yeah.
internet and of everything, man. Widens out. Like that.
we do film a lot of our stuff, so it is possible
People
to
can
see.
find it.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube.
If
you
I
don't want to
don't
pay.
take off my old cell phone, I can see it on your side, which is 1,000 times better.
Exactly,
So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
sometimes you say, well, I'll just go on their site and do everything like from there. Anything special you would like to say to all your fans in all of the States? How do the States? How do you guys work in the States? The USA, it's a bit.
Yeah, we've never been as popular in the USA as Europe. But we still have some really good fans there. You know, it's like everywhere, but they're spread out. But we do go. I mean, we did a Marillion weekend in Canada, in
Canada, that
in
already
Montreal.
is.
We've done that a few times, and that usually is
Works well.
Yeah, it would be nice to do something in the States as well.
Yeah, I mean, shucks, why not? You know, the States big, you can.
It's believe it or not, logistically it's tricky because of the whole visa thing, and they don't like you bringing your own crew because they want you to employ local crew. Yeah, give jobs for Americans, not for foreigners, and all that sort of thing. So, I mean, these are all problems that can be overcome, but
Sure.
it is a barrier, which tends to be why we do Canada rather than the United States. But yeah, we've done some tours there, and the last time we were there was 2016, I think.
Oh, that's
Not too long ago.
Sorry that I stopped you. If you have anything special to say to your fans all over the world, because this will be going on YouTube, on our site, on our magazine, Best Dollar magazine, and we try and put it out as much as we can.
I don't really have anything special to say except that we do appreciate the amount of time that people give us. I know, everybody's busy and they've got busy lives, and to listen to music and the sort of music that we make requires a bit of investment of time, I think, and that's
Concentration.
Exactly, we appreciate that, and we're also really grateful that people are coming to see us, and we're able to get out and do these tours and put on a show that is, that's the other thing. The more tickets you sell, the more money you can spend on the show, which makes the show better, which brings more people. So it's a virtuous circle,
It's going around about.
But it does require people to be supportive, and we've had people being supportive of us for many, many years, which is really, really, really great. It's unusual for 5 guys that have been together since early 20s, and now we're all nearly all 60 or 60 plus, some of us, So yeah, and we're grateful. That's all I wanted to say.
Could you say Merry Christmas? Because I work for Artisti No Limit. So if you could give them a Christmas...
Artisti
No
No
Limit.
Limits. Okay. I'd like to wish a Merry Christmas to everybody at Artisti No Limits.
Thank you very much. You're too kind. Can you do a bit of autograph?
Sure.
I've got a bit of a mess because I had divided them, but I'm not sure if I did them well.
Sounds like about 700 guys.
Oh, but then there's a few photos, yeah. I have a photo with you too.
Who else? That's Steve.
Steve, lover Steve. There you are. Yeah. See that?
Was that 2004?
That 2004.
Was it in the summer? Must have been.
It was in the summer. It was on, let me say again, but it was quite warm. On the 6th, yes.
Yeah.
June. It was June, 11th of June.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't remember.
You see what the photos mean sometimes? Keep the memories going.
Oh, yeah. To see that.
Maybe. Oh, see how it goes on
Yeah, this
there.
will be better on here.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
We're just signing a few things. Oh, you can do it as well, Steve.
Ciao, Steve. You know that you gave me marbles. You gave me the CD marbles
Oh,
in
okay.
2004.
Wow. Well, that's very generous.
He was just
You
saying
were
what,
very
a nice,
generous.
what a nice guy you were, Steve.
Yeah.
I said you must have got him on a good day.
Oh, you complete bastard!
Can you believe you would say a thing like that?
No.
In this band, anything is possible.
Cassettes as well, oh my God.
Yeah, that's I used to have a...
That's a Fish album.
Yeah, aren't you on that?
No.
Are you on that, Steve?
No, only
bet
my car all crashed up, but
Oh
it
my
counts.
God, I'd read it somewhere.
That's me, there.
Ah, you see, somewhere.
Yeah, forgive
But
and
you're
forget.
not on the album.
No.
No,
You're just on the photo.
No,
Yeah,
You-
I'm dressed as a tramp,
You used to with a lot of
sitting around the
music.
burning tire without, this is our old manager, see, so this is how much Fish liked me at that time, see.
You want to bring it to
And
the-
the crashed car was my car.
This car here.
Yeah.
Ah, you see,
With
there
this-
is something of you. That's why I found
Yeah.
something on.
Oh, sorry, let me do that.
If you can,
Always
always.
That's one of the early ones because it's
Yes,
because
exactly.
any of the later ones, my face is not on there. That was only the first 3,000
You
copies.
wanna?
Yeah, you have another pen?
Sure. This I lost. They lost me the cover.
Ah,
So I said, I'll just do that. So,
I can't really sign that because it's all black.
yeah.
This is an old one. Jesus.